Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go.
Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown, because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Adrian Peterson, the 2nd active leading rusher in the NFL. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Third down, here's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Play action. Haskins. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10 now. Haskins trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. 20. If you can... Last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
On third down, Trubisky. And it's caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Now Haskins to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move. But the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Check.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 37. Shoot. SOS.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
18. 51, Mike 51.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
AP still got it. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. A reminder that we kick off Week 4 on Thursday night. A good one in Lambeau. Eagles and Packers, two teams with eyes on the playoffs this year in the NFC. Coverage starting at 8:20 Eastern. And hard to believe it, we also have a couple of teams coming up on a bye week already in Week 4, the Jets and the Niners. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He finds Robinson and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Trubisky now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
And that'll set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Davis. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead. The point after is good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Haskins will throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. To throw on 3rd down. Haskins eluding the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 20-foot.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Trubisky will throw, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go, D. 6 guys.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That'll be caught right side by Reed. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
You better be afraid of me. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
2nd down, Haskins. Looking long for his tight end Reed. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready? Okay, come on. Mike, 45.
Here's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Dez Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got it. Kill.
They try again with Cohen. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And a throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now Haskins out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Check 99. Check 99.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. Hopkins with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go. Here we go. Pick it up.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't say
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks, his 2nd sack of the night.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Parker. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, it's Haskins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richardson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to Peterson out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, we got 3 down. 25, check. Hey, ball.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's Davis now. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. This is Gabriel out on the left side. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.